A 19-year-old boy wrote to Krishna last week from his room while his parents watched TV the next door. His neat books were open in front of him. He had not read a single word in 2 hours. He wrote one line that I want every Indian parent and every Indian child to hear. If I follow my dream, I betray the people who gave me everything. If I follow their dream, I betray the soul you gave me. If you have ever stood at the crossroads between your parents' dream and your own, this letter is for you. Radhe Krishna friends, let me read this letter for you. The letter writer has not mentioned his name and has wanted to stay anonymous. So the letter reads, Krishna, I am 19. I am writing this from my room while my parents watch TV in the next room. I have my neat books open in front of me, but I have not read a single line in 2 hours. Papa wants me to be a doctor. He has wanted this since I was in class 6. Every relative knows, every neighbor knows. When I scored 95% in class 12, the entire colony came to congratulate the future doctor. My papa was prouder than I have ever seen him. Krishna, I do not want to be a doctor. I want to make films. I have been writing scripts secretly since I was 14. I have a notebook full of stories. I edit short videos on my phone after midnight when everyone is sleeping. I posted one short film on YouTube under a fake name. It got 3,000 views. Someone commented that I have a real voice. I cried when I read that comment, Krishna. Nobody has ever said anything like that to me. But how do I tell my father? Papa is a clerk. He has worked at the same bank for 18 years. He took 2 loans for my coaching. If I tell them I want to make films, I will break their heart. They will say films are not a real career. They will say I am ungrateful. They will say I have wasted their sacrifice. The relatives will laugh. The colony will gossip. But Krishna, if I become a doctor, I'll be dead inside before I'm 25. I already feel it. Every time I opened this neat book, my soul became smaller. I do not know what to do. If I follow my dream, I betray the people who gave me everything. If I follow their dream, I betray the soul you gave me. Krishna, please, what is the right path? Whose dream am I supposed to live? Theirs or mine? A boy with 2 lives in his head. That was his letter. Before we proceed ahead, if you have not shared your letter to Krishna with us, do share so that we together can give little peace to someone who is going through the same thing. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe and click the notification bell and follow us on Instagram. And I know I'm asking a lot from you today, but this is important. If your mind has been feeling heavy lately and overthinking a lot, you don't have to carry that weight alone. We have created a beautiful 21-day digital space for you called Letters to Krishna, the Anxiety Release Journal. It is a guided 21-day journey where we take timeless shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita and turn them into simple, beautiful modern stories. Inside, you'll find deep self reflection to uncover your thorns, a guided letter template to talk directly to your dearest friend, and a physical surrender ritual to help you literally feel the weight leave your shoulders. You can download your copy right now using the link in the description below. Today's letter comes from a young man of 90. He is preparing for the NEET. His father is a bank clerk who has worked at the same desk for 18 years. His parents are prouder than he has ever seen them. And he does not want to be a doctor. He wants to make films. And finally, the question he is asking Krishna, and through Krishna asking all of us, whose dream am I supposed to live? Theirs or mine? My dear friend and my dear modern mystic, listen to me. You are not asking the wrong question. You are asking one of the oldest questions a young person can ask. You are asking the same question Arjun asked Krishna more than 5,000 years ago at Kurukshetra. What is my dharma? What is the right path when both paths seems to come with pain? Before I take you to Krishna's answer, let me tell you what I see in your letter that you may not see yourself. You are a boy who loves your parents so deeply that the thought of disappointing them feels like dying. The fact that you have sat for 2 hours staring at the neat book without reading a single word is not laziness. That is the body refusing to participate in something the soul has not agreed to. Your soul is wiser than your obedience. Listen to it. But also, you're not a boy whose parents are wrong. Your father has not loved you incorrectly. He took two loans because he believed he was protecting you from the suffering he has known. Your parents' dream for you was never about prestige, it was about safety. They have lived hard lives and they want you to be safer than they were. Both of these things are true at the same time. Your dream is real and their love is real. The question is not whose dream is right. The question is, what does dharma look like when both are right? In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 35, Krishna gave a teaching that has been quietly waiting for young people exactly like you for thousands of years. Better is one's own dharma, even imperfect, than the dharma of another performed perfectly. Even death in one's own dharma is better. The dharma of another is full of fear. Listen to that last line carefully. Living another person's dharma is full of fear. Krishna is not being poetic. He is describing exactly what is happening to you when you sit with the neat book and feel your soul becoming smaller. That feeling has a Sanskrit name. It is the fear that comes from living a life that is not yours. Your parents' dream is their dharma, it is not yours. You honor them not by becoming the doctor they imagine, you honor them by becoming the fullest version of the soul they brought into the world. But Krishna is not asking you to be reckless. He is also not asking you to write a dramatic letter, throw the neat paper in the bin, and run away to Mumbai tomorrow. The Gita is not a book of escape, it is a book of dharma combined with discrimination. So, what does that look like in your real life? First, do not lie to yourself anymore. Stop pretending you are studying for NEET. Stop trying to want what you do not want. The lie is using all your energy. Even if you do not tell your parents yet, tell yourself the truth. My dharma is to make films, not medicine. Say it once a day quietly to yourself, just so that the truth has something to live in your body. Second, do not approach your parents in tears, in panic, or in a fight. Approach them with a plan. The Gita teaches that dharma without action is just dreaming. Build your case before you have the conversation. Take a small filmmaking course online. Make 3 more short films, even better than the first. Save screenshots of your views and comments. Research a college that offers film studies and what its placement looks like. When you finally sit across your father, do not bring tears, bring evidence. Third, the conversation itself. Pick one parent first, the softer one, often the mother. Tell her without drama, Mama, I love you, and Papa more than anything. I cannot become a doctor. I'll not survive, but I'm not running away. I have a plan and I want to share it with you. Then show her the plan. Let her sit with it for a few days. She may cry, let her cry. Crying is how a parent's heart adjusts to a new shape. Fourth, your father. He is the harder one because his identity is tied to you becoming a doctor. He has been telling the colony for years to change the story will feel like him losing face in front of every relative. You must understand this before the conversation. He'll not be angry only because you want films. He will be angry because he's scared. Scared that he failed you. Scared the loans were wasted. Scared the relatives will laugh. Address those fears directly. Tell him, Papa, I'll repay every paisa of those loans. I'm not throwing away your sacrifice. I'm asking to honor it differently. This sentence may save your relationship with him. Fifth, and this is what most young people forget, be patient with their grief. Your dreams feel obvious to you because you have lived it for 5 years. They are hearing it for the first time. Give them 6 months, not 6 days to come around. Many parents who initially say no eventually say yes when they see their child is serious, prepared, and not destroyed by their resistance. To every young person in India listening tonight who has a notebook of secret dreams hidden under a textbook of someone else's expectations, listen to me. You are not ungrateful for wanting your own life. You are alive. The Gita does not teach us to die for our parents' approval. The Gita teaches us to live our own dharma so fully that one day our parents understand. Some of them will understand sooner. Some of them will understand only after we have proven ourselves. A few will never ever understand. And we will love them anyway. This is the cost of the path. This is also the freedom of the path. Krishna did not become a cowherd because Vasudeva and Devaki wanted him to be. Krishna became Krishna. Even gods follow Swadharma. You are allowed as well. Maybe you saw yourself in this letter. Maybe your battle looks different, but the feelings are the same: confusion, guilt, fear, the weight of expectation, the loneliness of carrying it alone. If your heart is carrying something you have never said out loud, speak to Krishna. Write a letter to Krishna. Krishna listens to all your confusion and pain, and he answers his own way. You just have to be ready to understand his signs. And if you want, you can send these letters to us at mylettersToKrishna@gmail.com. Your letters might help someone else breathe again. Check the description for more details. And if you want to start the practice for yourself, our Letters to Krishna journals are available on Etsy, Gumroad, and Amazon. The links are in the description. Each journal is designed to help you write to Krishna every night, reflection on Gita teaching, and surrender what is too heavy for you to carry alone, especially the dream that cannot yet be said out loud at home. If this episode touched even one corner of your heart, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs a little strength, and subscribe so that you don't miss our next Letter to Krishna episode. Your support has helped us reach more hearts that need this. Until then, stay close to Krishna. He is closer than you think. Radhe Krishna, and take care.